Mr. Hunter, it wasn't memorable. I mean, what is going on here? Let's move forward. So at some point you all decided that. Yes. And you decided to continue on with a sexual relationship. Yes. So were you having sex with protection? No. Here we go. You all haven't agreed on one thing yet. Who said yes?
She said no. I said yes. We were using protection.
No, it wasn't. Okay. That's what we call reasonable doubt in criminal court. Reasonable doubt. So now listen. You're having sex. One says you're using protection. One says you're not. Are you having sex with anybody else? Is this a committed relationship, or do you all fall into a sexual relationship without any foundation of a commitment?
We were just friends. It wasn't a committed relationship because I knew she had another friend.
So you knew she had another friend?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was this a friend you were having sex with this whole? Yes, Your Honor. Were you using protection with that friend? No, Your Honor. All right. So when you find out you're pregnant, you got one friend that you made Mr. Hunter's aware of, and now you also made this friend.
So that mall is still open or closed down?
Huh?
The Value Mall.
The volume of what?
The place you used to work is still open or?
No, they closed that.
Oh,
The mall?
yeah.
That's the reason we moved. Because the guy sold it out.
Somebody owned that place?
Yeah, somebody owned, but it's another business. They knocked everything down.
Wow.
I mean, the guy wanted to do the movie studio, but the community didn't allow, so he lost it in the court.
Oh, great. So is that property he so have to talk to the community?
No, because when you're doing big thing,
Yeah.
the community have to agree if they don't like it. I mean, I don't know if they report for you to get a license.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a movie theater; it's a movie studio. So
Okay.
where people come and make movie.
So it's not gonna help the community out, basically.
Maybe the community feel like they're gonna be, it may be like a car race around.
Right.
I mean, and the community was saying like they were fine when they had like a market around.
Right.
So it helped them for them to travel.
For business, yeah.
Yeah, now they come and take it away from them. So that's why they did it. They went to court for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The community needs something around them, they can get benefits.
Yeah, even across the street is supposed to be. There is a guy who bought it. He wanted to do the crematory. The funeral, like to cremate people.
You don't need that big place for incrimination.
No, the cross of street where it used to be, I think Piccadilly or something. Used to be a restaurant there. Cross of street of that place.
Yes.
Yeah. So somebody bought that place. He wanted to do that. He even start like I don't know if it starts, but we see some funeral cars there. But the community doesn't want it. They say they don't want to be smelling soon.
Community always complain. I mean, you have to be that far away from the community.
Yeah, because he was just in the middle of everything.
Right. You have restaurants,
gas station, and the cross of street apartment. Right. No, no, people don't think. I can understand.
People think about money first. They don't think about the other people.
Yeah, they just think about business. Like, yeah, I can do that.
That's a good thing about America. You can't just do anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they don't care. Whatever you pay, you gotta sell it.
Yes, you did. Yes. Did you invite him to the hospital for the birth? No, ma'am. You didn't? No, ma'am. This is confusing. You're paying for everything.
You see, I will show you now the consequences of putting this. You see, I don't know if you can see.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's so hard to come out. because it's too many grease, too much grease.
I took her to the hospital. I just didn't want to talk because of my past. I didn't want to.
So you drove her all the way there, dropped her in the hospital.
They don't have anything that's to spread it, remove it.
Hmm?
They don't have anything that's like can move the grease on the hair.
Yeah, you have to do a deep shampoo.
Ah, okay.
No, Your Honor.
So there is a product to do that. You have to melt it first.
This is Josiah's birth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hunter, is that your last name under,
No, ma'am.
whose last name is that? Miss Holden?
The other guy.
The other guy.
So wait a minute, Mr. Hunter dropped you off at the hospital, you gave birth to the baby and named the baby after another name.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my goodness. Miss Holden, why would you name your son after someone else in your workplace standing right there?
Because I had 2 different dates from the doctor. I have the evidence to prove to you.
Oh, you brought some evidence, let me see.
Yes, ma'am.
Jerome, hand me that evidence.
May I explain it to you?
Yes, please explain to me, Ms. Holden. You brought a calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
Step up to the calendar.
In November the 15th, this is when I slept with Mr. Hunter. I went to the doctor. My first due date they gave me August 2nd.
Okay.
And then I went back to the doctor and they gave me August 9th. And I slept with the other man on the 18th.
Can you set
of
up a video?
November.
So it's just 3 days.
3 days apart. Yes, ma'am.
So when you had the original due date,
And
well,
then
you counted back,
yes, that Mr. Hunter was the father.
but then you went back and sometimes the dates change
Yes.
as they begin to.
So that would make me believe the other man was the father of Josiah.
So at that point, you counted back and you felt like in your own mind, it was more responsible to give him the other person's name.
Yes, ma'am.
But Josiah was born the second of.
Yes, he was born 3 weeks early. So that made me to believe that Hunter.
Oh, then you went, like, that was Mr. Hunter's baby.
Yes.
But you had already put the other guy's name on the
Yes,
birth certificate.
yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my goodness. All right, you can return to the podium. Wow. And so did you explain all of this to Mr. Hunter?
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
This really is, this is nuts. This really is. Josiah is named after another man. But now you're in court claiming Mr. Hunter is his biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Hunter, when you heard her explain that story, did you feel more convinced that Josiah was yours?
no, young.
You did.
I feel like it's more of a financial than anything because you got the dates they're all mixed up.
Right. I mean, and truth be told, I've done this long enough to know, even with Josiah coming 3 weeks early, if you sleep with 2 different men 3 days apart, unprotected, that's it's called a window of conception for a reason. And so you're still within the window. Okay. You're in the window of doubt and in the window of confusion. You know, Mr. Hunter, I can see this really bothers you.
They bother me because I'm starting to get attached. He recently just started coming to me, so.
I understand. And as a man, you are looking at this baby wondering if it's yours, but you know this baby is coming to you because he thinks you are his dad. And you're starting to form a bond.
Yeah. He recently just started calling me dad, so
That's a beautiful thing when you hear a child say that. They always say that first. They do. They do. And I see the tear in your eyes because it's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
And if he's calling you daddy and you're having doubt, what runs through your mind? It's been 8 months.
I just want peace of mind. I just want to know if that's with my child. I mean, I've been through a bad past, so everything I did with Josiah never did. So that's why I'm so attached.
Yes, you've never been there every morning and seeing them begin to crawl around, pull up. With his 8 months, oh yeah, he getting ready to walk soon. So he probably crawling around and pulling up on everything.
Right.
Yes, and testing his boundaries. Yes. So Ms. Holden, I see it makes you emotional as well.
Yes, Your Honor, because I grew up without a father.
How did it affect you growing up without?
It affected me emotionally because I was into sports and I didn't have a father figure there to support me. And I have a little boy that might be a football or anything in sport. He needed a father there to support him.
In your theory, is Mr. Hunter will leave or not? He is present in his child's life. It's not his biological child.
Yes, Your Honor. I think he'll leave. Leave us.
And it sounds like he's been a pretty good man.
Yes, Your Honor, he's a very good man.
Where's the other guy? Where is he?
I don't know.
You don't know even where he is.
No, Your Honor.
Did you tell him he could be a possible father?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he has had nothing to do with you or Josiah?
No.
They don't care.
So there's a lot of line here. The stakes are very high. And the real truth is, Mr. Hunter, we hear a lot of cases. This is what we do each and every day. And given the circumstances and the set of facts you've put forth today, you do have a right to be confused. Like I said, a 3-day window is a tight window. I think it's time to get results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows.
Audiences are money, red wine, and calling it a blast for the whole family. Well, it's definitely one of the best Christmas ones ever. And a must watch to kick off the festive season. Look over that. Red wine, each Christmas.
During the Rooms to Go Kids holiday sale, this cottage-style kids room with twin panel bed, dresser, and mirror is on sale for $9.49. Tons of storage, tons of color, tons of fun. Just $9.49 on sale now at Rooms to Go Kids.
Holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday content. Okay? Holiday toys. And it all comes together in the Shopper Web.
Super. Together, let's rock.
Agnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hunter versus Holden, when it comes to 8-month-old Josiah, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Hunter, you
I'm not.
are not.
I knew she knew. Because how come you're gonna put somebody else's name while you are living with somebody? That's,
Mr. Hunter, I can see that.
What's the idea?
Ms. Holden, have you thought about how you will prepare Josiah in terms of finding out potentially where his true biological father is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or reaching back out to this gentleman to let him know? Yeah, I'm using gentleman graciously.
I can tell you, we don't wanna have nothing to do with it.
it's not your son, your child. You can't decide.
We don't need
That's
Well, let
American
me say
thing.
this before we go.
But
Every child has a right
feelings
to know
hurt,
who their
yeah.
biological father is. That doesn't mean that person is gonna step up to the plate and do what they're supposed to do. But they have a right to know who they are, and they also have the right to be supported by that man. And I'm just gonna say this to you. Whether he chooses to be physically present in Josiah's life will be his own choice. But he is responsible to help take care of that child. It is beautiful and gracious that you stepped up to the plate, Mr. Hunter. But I'll tell you what, you need to go back to that courtroom in your home state and make sure he takes care of that child. Because one day, Josiah may need you.
Mhm.
You can save that money for his college education. You can save that money for him later on in life, but it's his right. Today, two people with two different mothers are here claiming the same defendant could possibly be their biological father. Mr. Moore, you claim you've known Mr. Taylor for most of your life,
Yes, Your Honor.
but he has never acknowledged you as a son.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he even left you in foster care.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Edwards, you say you weren't even introduced to Mr. Taylor until you were 5 years old. Then you claim you didn't see him again until you were sent to live with him as a teenager. But you say it went so badly, you actually ended up putting yourself in foster care. Mr. Taylor, you say you denied maternity of both players, and you have good reason with each.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Now, I want to hear the cases separately, starting with Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, your aunt is here, and she says her testimony will change everything in this case. But first, how did you end up in foster care?
I ended up in foster care because he let me ride in foster care. He didn't care about nothing about me.
That is a strong, strong accusation. Please describe your childhood. How did this happen?
I went to juvenile hall because my mom was addicted to drugs. So when I was in juvenile hall at the age 14, my mom came there to tell me that Mr. Teller was my dad. So I walked out on her because I was upset. Why are you telling me this, man? Like, and he wasn't never there for me. And now you're telling me that this is my dad. So then I get sent to foster care, and he never came in my life. I think that if he was there for me, I would be a better person than what I am now. I can't even read a write or anything. And if he was there for me to help me out,
You said you can't read or write. Is that
no, I can't read or write or nothing. Because I didn't have a father. No, because I didn't have a father or mother in my life. I didn't have neither one. I had to take care of my little brother and my older brother.
That's just so very sad. Mr. Taylor, do you hear what Mr. Moore is saying?
I do, Your Honor.
And what is your response?
I wasn't sure ever that this was my son. You see, I honestly didn't know. And then all of a sudden, he's your son, he's your son, he's your son. No, Your Honor, I didn't know. So I went and I did a little investigating, and I do have right here a birth certificate that my name's not even on it.
Get started. I'll be inside.
At Aldi, shopping doesn't take forever. So you get in and out scary fast. It's an Aldi thing.
Everyone makes mistakes when it comes to buying furniture. It happens to the best of us. Properties knows your furniture needs to fit your space, your style, and your budget. Right now, save up to $1,000 during our Black Friday event. And enjoy Haverty's regret-free guarantee. Our promise your furniture and your happiness will last a long time. Haverty's, we furnish happiness.
Well, let me see that evidence, please.
Because I had another dad, because my brother and his dad was the dad that I was raised up with.
Mr. Taylor, I have to say though, if you knew there was a possibility that he was your son, why wouldn't you go get him out of foster care or at least start some type of proceeding
And,
to be able to determine?
excuse me, I never went to court with no child support. I was always in doubt. His mother, God rest her soul, very promiscuous. It was really confusing.
And so this evidence that you presented, you say further validates.
Convinced me. Excuse me, y'all, I got evidence too. That me and this man looked exactly alike.
I'd like to see
Exactly alike.
Did you bring that evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me see. We got the same chin, same nose, same mouth, same eyes, same hair structure, all that.
On the left, the picture of you, and on the right, a picture of Mr. Taylor.
Yes,
And you see a striking resemblance.
yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Taylor, do you see the resemblance?
I see a resemblance as far as just being the same complexion.
Mr. Taylor, what did his mother say? What did she say?
Said to me, now this is years later. This isn't when the child was born. This is years, that might be your son.
Or you never told she was even pregnant?
She came and told me she was living with him. She left and she went back to her man or whoever the relationship she had. About a month later, she says, you know I'm pregnant. Yeah, and you know what I mean? You done went back with the guy that you left to be with me. Now you're back with him. Now you're coming back and telling me that you're pregnant? If he knew that I wasn't biological child, my mom told him because my mom would not lie to me and tell me in jail. She told me in jail that he was my dad. And then I get locked up and my mom comes to me and tells me, oh, Gregory Teller is your dad. But in jail, I won't tell her. But she don't come back. She came back to me and told me that's not your son.
So, Mr. Moore, you're saying as you're lost out here in these streets, you're doing things young men couldn't have to do. You are longing for a father figure.
Yes, yes, and I don't have one of those. So now that I got my kids, I'll make sure that I'm their father figure.
That's exactly what you should do. I'd like to go to your witness now, if I may. Ma'am, this one, yes. Please tell us what you know about this situation, Mr. Moore's upbringing, and how can you add?
Mr. Moore's mother is my sister.
Okay.
Okay. My sister told me that Mr. Taylor could not be the father of Mr. Moore. Literally out of her mouth.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. And she told you this in what context?
Because I guess when she got pregnant, she was also sleeping with other gentlemen. She's always done that. And also I've seen gentlemen come out of her house.
Why would your sister, if the position this young man was in, go to him and tell him Mr. Taylor is your biological father?
I can't speak on that.
You
I
don't
don't
know
know
why.
what she told me that.
Well, the only way we can move forward is to have the result. Jerome, the envelope. We will get to the second part of this case in just a moment. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Moore, Everett versus Taylor, pertaining to 31-year-old Eugene Moore, and as to whether Mr. Taylor is his biological father, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Taylor, you are his father. What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling that I finally know instead of doubt all these years. 31 years old. I could have been in this life so much earlier.
You know,
If I wouldn't have been
30 years old this time.
That man?
Yeah.
He earned
What I
it.
had to do as far as being a father.
Unless they have the
I
after.
know he didn't. I'm not taking over him.
Who's talking to your son?
That's so good.
Yes, it's not.
On to the second part of this case.
So they look just like. So I don't know why he was
Ma'am, please, explain to the court, what was life like for you growing up?
I never had a father, figure in my life. I didn't meet this Patel until I was 5 years old. He came to my house in Philadelphia. I came outside, my mom was like, somebody wants to meet you. Your dad wants to meet you. I said, my dad, and he was like, here. So when I went to the car, he was like, I'm your dad. And he said, oh, I'll be back to see you again. I never seen him again until I was 14. Until when my mother sent me.
Mr. Taylor, do you remember this?
I remember it vividly. I doubted her from the beginning. The way that I met her mother, the relationship that I had with her mother, which was a very brief relationship. To begin with, let me explain in the beginning. Her mother, lived with me for a month.
So all the mother are there?
And I didn't see her no more. Then the next time you see me, you got a baby and you say it's mine. And right after that, I was incarcerated. I was gone for 5 years. Okay, and when I came home.
Yes, and just one moment, and what I want to understand from you, sir, is when she was 5 years old, you still had doubts, the same doubts you had when you saw her when you were a baby.
That's correct.
Because was this relationship with her mother exclusive, or were you aware?
No, it wasn't exclusive at
Did
all.
you know if her mother was sleeping with
I
other
know
people?
her mother was sleeping with others.
How did you know that?
I know that because friends of mine, long story short, after I met her mother and she stayed with me for that month, I was getting all kinds of feedback from my friends, from people I knew. Oh, you dealing with her now? You know about her? You know what's up with her? They were kind of like laughing at me for even dealing with her because they knew how promiscuous she was. And then the next thing you know, I'm tagged with this child. I don't know nothing about it. I go to jail. I come out of jail. She's 5 years old. I go past to see the mom. She tells me, this is your daughter.
Okay, for these 5 years, were you aware anything about him?
All I know is that it was a man named Brett. I didn't have a father, a daughter-father relationship. I didn't go to amusement parks with my friends go to amusement parks. I didn't go to parks. I didn't go to family reunions. I didn't go to no type of anything. It was nowhere in the picture.
Yeah,
I was 14 years old.
Wasn't in the picture is because I had all the doubts that I had as far as the mother.
And so when this next encounter happened at 14,
Right.
what happened?
I was sent on a Greyhound bus to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My grandfather, his father gave me his number. I called him and said, I'm at the bus station. He came and picked me up from the bus station, took me to the same woman's house with his daughter, treated me, neglected me, didn't involve me in school, didn't buy me school clothes, he didn't buy me sneakers, he didn't buy me school supplies, he didn't buy me food.
She
At
was
that time,
she got in high school and she turns around every 5 minutes. I'm going to the school, she's staying with me.
So why is it you decided to take this girl in
She
at age 14?
I cared. I wanted to reach out. They said that this was my child. She takes and calls me on the phone. I'm at the bus station. I'm not going to leave her at the bus station. I'm not going
So
to
when
leave
she
her.
called, when she called to say I'm at the bus station, did you know she was coming?
No.
What?
The next thing I know, here she is. I got to enroll her in school. As soon as she got there, I could see why she came. She was disruptive. She tore my household apart. She was playing rookie from school. She was staying out all night. And right after this year that she was there, when she goes back, she's pregnant. I'm up there saying to myself, now this is my child, so she said. So what am I to say? So I take and go, and I take and look out for this child the way I do. And then she want to turn around and say some craziness like that when I step up for her.
I know why you're so passionate. It's 25 years later.
Right.
And look, I feel your pain.
I went over my birth certificate. There was 2 people on the birth certificate. When I came back to the state building said to me that it was a computer here.
So,
Computer error, nothing.
wait, there's two people on your birth certificate?
People at the time, it was just a word name white on the birth certificate of the great retail.
So, do you have that birth certificate?
When I went to apply for the birth certificate again, they said that the system's changed in Philadelphia. So you got to apply for it, then you got to go back and pick it up. They don't do it same day thing. So that's why I don't have the birth certificate with me today. But
Have you ever seen this birth certificate?
I've never seen it. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know. I know that my name shouldn't be on it. Simply beyond the fact that she had a selection of people she could have put on it. And I'm just being honest about that. And it's not that I'm disrespecting her mother. I'm just telling you how her mother was.
The only way to figure out whose name should rightfully be on that birth certificate is to get the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Ooh.
If you're on Medicare, remember, the annual enrollment period is here. So now's the time to get coverage you can count on with an AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. You'll get $0 annual physical exams, $0 copays on covered routine dental services, and $0 copays on hundreds of prescriptions, all for a low or $0 monthly premium. Connect with United Healthcare and let us help find a plan for your needs. Call or go online today.
During the Roasted Oak Kids holiday sale, save on our huge selection of bunk beds, starting at $475. This split over twin bunk bed, just $577. Or this full bunk bed in 2 colors, just $777. Only at Dreams to Go Kids.
In the case of Moore Everett v. Taylor, pertaining to 43-year-old Naya Everett, and as to whether Mr. Taylor is her biological father, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Taylor, you are her father.
Sure.
Dad, you got your hands full with your little girl. But you know what? You're a man that has lived a long life of experience, life lessons. Just do the work. Because honestly, you can fulfill for both of you. Young man, please stand up. Alongside your sister.
And I do have a beautiful biological.
Yes, you do. Oh my goodness, my day is complete. I have gotten a smile out of the beautiful Miss Everett. I'm so very happy for you. This court has resources for you to help you get to work through this. We want to take advantage of it. And I wish you all a very, very wonderful life. You are here today to sue your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Rami, for being an absentee father and a deadbeat dad. You say he has caused you and your 2 children much pain and suffering by never stepping up as their father. Mr. Rami, you claim Ms. Nazarene has done immeasurable damage to your life and career by her very difficult personality. Ms. Nazarene, when did your relationship with Mr. Rami begin to sour?
Okay, our relationship began to sour when I became pregnant, and
she's not the most easy person to deal with. There are definitely times before she got pregnant.
When you say she's not the easiest person to get along with, what do you mean specifically?
Complete irrationality. The decision to be overtly angry, volatile, and violent for things I consider to be less than important. Very verbally and physically abusive.
Is that true?
no, that is absolutely not true. He and I have had one where he stole $500 from me and had me and my baby in a car that would have a steering column that failed. Okay, so for the time that we were together, we were artists, and I was young, he was young, and he was my best friend. We tried to reconcile. He never, to this day, he's not kept the job. This man has spent 17 and 15, almost 16 years ignoring his children while trying to pursue a rap career. Okay, that's the bottom line. So that's the bottom line. Not trying to pursue some GED, not trying to get a high school diploma, not trying to come out by myself. 90 hours, 90 units with college, raising 3 children. I've always done here. I've always done. Okay.
This, that she's saying, true.
The fact that we might have some children together and that we spend a short period of time enjoying each other's company. Outside of that, can't really co-sign anything else.
What level of effort have you put forth to take care of the children?
Well, first of all, she decided to move to the other side of the country without talking to me.
Have you provided steady support?
Well, it depends on what steady is. No, I haven't sent a check every 2 weeks. No, I haven't. But when I've had a job, I have sent help. Never she hit me up and asked for money.
Everyone gets that, yes. Every once in a while, he found $100. Yes, oh, absolutely. It's about 17. He paid child support when he was with his ex-second wife.
Okay, so being a father goes beyond just financial support. You know that. What about the emotional support? What about that?
If she would have taken my children to Georgia from Los Angeles where we had them, I would have been there.
Okay, so what happened to you being 7 months pregnant with a 1-year-old and you were gone for 3 years? Truth be told.
There was an incident. I was asked to bring the car to her because she had Messiah with her. Can you bring the car to Tarzan from Los Angeles? I said, no problem. I would love to do that for you. So, actually, what's funny is I'll tell you this story. It's more recent. I have a list. I have a list of my brother's oldest child, only son, just died. Just turned 21 and died at his birthday.
And I also called you when you told me that I let you know I had a $700 electric bill and your son is so that he could graduate on time. You don't care about your brother's son. You don't care about your own son. Why would I care about your brother's son? Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
So during this time, there's a list of text messages saying that it's nice to know that we care about the dead more than the living.
Yeah, let the dead bury the dead. I said in my message.
Now, these are text messages that you submitted to the court.
Yes.
Can you read them to me?
And I made every last one of them.
We are sure happy to know your sorry, trifling family cares more about the dead than the living. And I will never forgive you, my son. You will get exactly what you evil people deserve. I ain't damn playing. You trying to make me lose my youth because you're a deadbeat. I'm ready to smash you monsters. Your family does not care about us because we're 2 black men. You have to be a big fat yellow hoe to get love
And I made it.
and care.
And that's the truth.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network, thousands of newsletters already monetized, and it's about to get even better. More ad opportunities, better brands, automated payments, streamlined processes, and more. And starting today, anyone who wants to monetize their newsletter will begin receiving ad opportunities. That's right, anyone. You don't need to have thousands of subscribers. You don't need to spend frequently. You just need to be on our scale plan and connect your payment accounts and get paid. Then, let the revenue start piling up. The Beehive ad network has already paid millions of dollars directly to newsletters, and we're just getting started. Start monetizing today, only on Beehive.
Car insurance is up 20% this year. So I went to the Experian Insurance Marketplace. They shop my info with over 40 top providers. I saved $800. Only been on working to get my info. That's free.
Go to Experian.com/card.
Ms. Nazarene, those words were pretty harsh.
And I meant every one of them.
One thing in reference to them burying a young person, did you say 21 years
No,
old?
they were
The
not.
first grandchild.
No, they were not. What they were in response to, I had talked to him a week before that. And I talked to him, and he told me that he was to help me get my son in summer school, which my son has not been able to take summer school, and help me pay some bills. Well, see, and I'm hearing from you, Miss Nazarene, and look, take this from me because I mean it earnestly. If you want this man to be
Huh?
involved in his kid's
Oh,
life,
Peter.
you've got to
Peter,
sometimes,
yeah.
at least sometimes, present yourself as a
Okay, I'm completely opposite. You're basically like,
That's my mom.
are you doing?
That was an unnecessary comparison. And you know something really real. You're stooping too low because you're not a dumb lady. Because what you really are is hurting. I'm trying to tell you right now. The court is trying to tell you right now that it's okay to just say that hurt me. If they needed to bury this child, well, fine, then you deal with him on the level of your children on a different day. But you gotta be a big enough woman to let the family do
You
that.
didn't know that?
When you stand here, there's a fruit, and the body language is a little sarcastic. I'm having trouble trying to digest why you're so cavalier as we speak about the